in Britain today. Hoping for some good racing. Got a fairly stacked field at the moment, only 11 drivers currently in the lobby, but massively looking forward to this. And this will be the start of the first ever Torpedo League double header. I can't think of my words. I forgot to put Britain in the title, so sorry about that. I'm going to probably change that in a second. But unfortunately, Clint. Well, if he's not able to. Okay, Clint. He'll either be running late or we won't be able to make tonight, which is a bit unfortunate. But show must go on. I do believe we may have a guest commentator coming in to maybe help, so that you don't have to listen to my voice running on for the whole of the stream. There will be some reserves tonight. I'm sure we'll be seeing them soon, but at the moment it looks like we've got the usual, except Lewis 05 there, who hasn't selected a car yet, but we'll find out who's replacing once everyone's got in. And there you go, Lewis going into the Haas then, so here we partnering up with. I'm just going to quickly check the championship, so it's something to talk about. Right, so the current championship. Jackson is currently leading the championship in the Ferrari with 61 points. Meanwhile, Fares and Colpo are behind him in the Red Bulls. A very strong team, and that strong team of the two Red Bulls are currently top of the constructors as well. But Jackson managing to keep the championship title at the moment. However, things could change today. I'm not sure about people's pace around here, but I know there are a couple of drivers that have been putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort into getting quicker around this track. We look at maybe between the 23s and 24s, 123, 124 in terms of lap time. And usually English weather usually throws some unknowns into the mix, so you never know, you might see a mixed conditions race today, which would be quite entertaining, which I would like to see. But the drivers probably wouldn't want to see it because it tends to be very frustrating, and on terms of strategy, it can be quite awkward. Looking at the constructors, top three at the moment are Red Bull, Ferrari and McLaren by quite some margin. In fact, the gap between McLaren and Racing Point, who are fourth in the constructors, is approximately somewhere around 30 points, so there's quite a lot in it at the moment. And P1 and P2 in the constructors are split by only 4 points. Let me just put my phone on charge quickly. But in terms of the Drivers' Championship, it's just staying in fourth after we talked about the top three just quickly. Top Gear level on 17 points with Just, followed by Kyle and Charlie, who again are on the same amount of points, 16 points, and they are in P6 and P7. Of course, Charlie getting his maiden podium last time, and he hasn't let us forget it. But still, very good one on him, and I'm sure we'll be hoping that he gets many more. In fact, at last race, Kyle was the only driver that didn't lose or gain any positions in the Drivers' Championship. He stayed in 6th place with those 16 points. He stayed in 6th place. And looking at the constructors, there are 3 teams that have not gone into double digits yet in terms of points. Those are Alfa Romeo, AlphaTauri and Mercedes, and they'll be looking to get some points here today. And but they're going to have to worry about qualifying firstly, because of course with this Q1, Q2 and Q3 system that we're running, or just the full quali that we're running for season 4, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because there's been mixed feedback I do quite like it as a commentator, but I'm sure as a driver, you may not want to be sat round, especially if you go out in Q1, then you don't really want to be sat round for another 27 minutes for quali. But I think it just adds that extra bit of drama. That's why I think it's great for us commentators to be commentating on something like that. There are 4 drivers who have not scored any points so far, and they are Manu, Giotto, Kimi, and Miguel. They'll be looking to get themselves some points because they do not want to be in that bottom 5. If you don't know how Torpedo League works, how it works is we take the bottom 5 from F1 and the top 5 from F2, put them in one race for the playoff race, and whoever finishes in the top half of that race goes up into F1, and of course who doesn't goes down into F2 or stays in F2. So it's a good format. It's a really cutthroat almost format as well, because you're fighting for every point possible. And we've got a lot of drivers coming in now. 18 drivers now. That's 19 with Charlie there. Mimula 1 is a driver who is a reserve, and I imagine he's driving the McLaren. Oh no, Mimula in one's in the house, okay. What else is Branny going to be here? We're very close to having a full grid actually. This is looking really promising at the moment, and there you go, that's a full grid. So very good. We've got Kyle here. Kyle hasn't had the best of starts to the season. He's in 6th place, which is still good. It could be worse. He could be a lot further down. But part of me would expect him to be somewhere around 4th place, ahead of Justin and Topia. But we have all 20 drivers in here. This is becoming a regular occurrence now. We're starting to see more and more times where we're having a full grid, and that is partly down to the fact that we do have this great reserve system where we have some really promising drivers as reserves. In fact, of course, F1 Hub, or Harry, won his first ever race in Torpedo League because he was a driver for McLaren, ended up winning, and it's a shame his points haven't been put on the championship, but because he's a reserve. So as you see, the countdown has already started. Drivers are ready. There we go, as we go into qualifying 1 now. Let's see what the conditions are going to be. As we've got all 20 drivers ready, hopefully we won't have any connection issues having 20 drivers in, because sometimes the game likes to mess up a little bit with that, but let's hope for some good racing. Sorry, I'm just talking to the admin quickly. And there you go, beautiful, beautiful weather. Some lovely weather here in Silverstone. You hear the cars starting to spool up and are ready to go out on track. Let's quickly get the telemetry up so we can see what's going on. That's Mercedes already coming out. However, I think there's going to be maybe the Haas coming out, and Topia, who's actually surprised a lot of people, he will not be here. see who has that first. That's a Racing Point who's coming out first. And Tyler's here, okay. Ram Tyler, or just Tyler as we'll call him, is here. He's not coming out so far, but he is quite an established driver in other leagues, and he's quite quick. Hello, Kyle. How you doing, buddy? Clint may be late as he may oversleep, unfortunately. If you check DMs, Kyle, I did send you a message saying about a possible replacement, but I have sent him an invite, and I have messaged him as well, just saying, you know, before he started. But show must go on. So on board with it just at the moment as he comes down the hangar straight, conserving his ERS, so that he's able to go for a quick lap. And it's just, of course, 4th in the championship at the moment, really high for him, and he, you know, it's that Red Bull curse that we talked about so many seasons beforehand. But seems to be the Red Bull drivers have broken that curse, and as soon as Justin leaves, he goes into that Racing Point, and he's, you know, gets himself a podium and consistently scores points, be it by being 4th in that championship fight. As you watch him now, coming through the first sector, coming out of the loop. Oh, bit of a twitchy rear end coming out the corner there, but fires down the Wellington straight, opens up the DRS. He comes charging down into Brooklands. Looking fairly clean at the moment. No real mistakes. Not sure if I've got any favourites to pole at the moment. I think it's just see how this session goes, and we might be able to get an idea of what the pace is like. Oh, he's invalidated his lap, unfortunately. He goes a little bit wide there. And that's all it takes to invalidate your lap. It's so easy to do. See Giotto on the mediums. So let me quickly just get the tyre graphic up. They go fitted. So Giotto is the only driver on the mediums currently. He seems to like those mediums, or he does a lot of those. I'm making sure. Yeah, there you go. That is the tyre fitted graphic there. And yeah, as you see, Giotto on those mediums, he spends a lot of time with these mediums on Q1. The other flag is Alfa Romeo going slowly, but Giotto comes across the line to set the first lap of the session, a 1:27.1. And there's the spinner. That was Miguel. Doesn't look like he's got any damage from what I've seen, unless the other side of the car. No damage. I think he might have just spun it coming out of the pits. And talk about spinning, there's a Haas round, and it's Lewis. And I'm afraid to say, I think he may have lost his wing from that crash. As Jackson coming across the line to finish his outlap, and now he's on a lap. And of course, race winner Jackson in a fight for a title at the moment, and he's going to be wanting to, if not get a podium, he's going to be wanting to win this, and it would mean a lot, because of course it will be his home Grand Prix. I'm sure he'd be ecstatic to win that. And Miguel, he's retired from the session. I think he's crashed. In fact, if that car doesn't despawn, we may get to see it on Jackson's onboard. But Miguel retiring from the session, so no lap time put in, so he'll be starting from the back of the grid. He's gone boarded in. What's he done? Oh, he's gone to the wall out there. Might have overcorrected or just lost it. But as we come through the Maggots and Beckett's section, looks fairly well through there. Didn't like he had any slip at all in the rear tyres. He's come up towards Stowe. Little cup of the grass on entry. But he seems to have got the car fairly shaped up well, as Kimi with a 1:34.4, definitely not a strong lap. But this one definitely will be, as I think there's a spinner, there's an AlphaTauri that's spun, but the Ferrari comes across the line and takes provisional pole. as I will quickly check its interval. So he's 2 seconds quicker than Giotto on those medium tyres. As that is Jake Marsh currently on a lap. And Jake goes second, only 2/10 off Jackson's time, so not a bad first time there. There's a lot of drivers going into the pits. There's an Alfa Romeo though on a lap. That is Jarno, no, he's on an out lap. Kimi now coming around. He's 4 seconds off, so he must have had another slip up. He's only been a personal best. We're going to go aboard with Tom, Wyo's Pips, in that number 13. I'm sure he'll want a good race, get some points for AlphaTauri, get them out of the single digits in terms of points. Charging down through the final set of corners. Ooh, car a bit twitchy there. He's going to lose a lot of time there. And Omar goes top with a 125.015. Wyo's Pips, 4/10 off. He goes P4, which isn't bad considering how much time he must have lost through that final section, because he looks like he got very squirmy coming out of the corner. Tyler is going to be replacing Colpo. Let's see what Tyler can do. There's yellow flags, there's a car going slowly. Oh, that's right, there's a McLaren spun. I'm sorry, I missed that. Jake Marsh goes provisional pole by 0.04 of a second. The two Williams on top of the session. I feel like I'm watching something from the 90s, and there's a... Oh, very close in the pits. There's an Haas round, I believe. Where is it? Maybe the one, there you go, there he is. He's on an out lap, so I wonder if he was moving out the way for a couple of drives. Oh, he almost gets in the way of Fairs there on his out lap. And that screwed up Fairs' lap, because he's in 0 ERS. That was him finishing his out lap there, so that's no doubt ruined his lap. See Omar coming into the pits now. Jake invalidating his lap. Or as Pipsy's validated this lap. I assume he's going to be winding it up now for another flying lap. Let's see what he does. Starts his first lap coming through turn 1. Turn 2, no braking needed. But this one you will need one. Need a big braking zone down towards second gear. Hits the apex. Short shifting. And Tyler goes there, go P4 for Tyler. First lap round. As you have Tom coming down towards Brooklyn. Sorry if I get any of these corner names wrong. I'm pretty sure this is Brooklyn's. But some I'm a bit unsure about, so feel free to correct me. Goes wide, but he's going to come back across though, get a good exit. See, he's got low fuel, so hopefully he has enough to make this lap. It's a good corner there. Down towards the Malagas and Beckett section. Keeps it almost flat until he gets to about 7th gear, drops it down to 5th. It's a good exit, gets the car turned very well. Manu goes for P5, very good stuff. And both Haas cars follow at the back of the grid in terms of drivers that have set any laps. But Tom now on this low fuel run. He looked quick so far, trying to maybe break his way into the top 5. He only needs to go by 2/10. Looks a lot cleaner there. And he goes top. Wow, a 124.8. The first driver into the 124 so far. It looked quick. I didn't know it was going to be that quick. So congratulations to Tom there. Really good stuff. That's Tyler starting a new lap. Oh no, his ERS is on 0. Okay, so he's not starting a new lap. So it's Manny coming to the pits. There's a Haas off. I believe that may be Mimula 1. No, it's not. I think Lewis has retired, so Lewis has crashed. Hang on, if I go on board with Fairs, you might be able to see the stricken Haas. There it is, all the way over there. I think he might have done what Fairs just did there. He may have gone off, and Charlie goes P2. And Charlie going to be taking it slow this lap. Maybe he can serve, maybe he goes for another run. He might be able to try, he might try and get maybe one more run done, unless he wants to get another lap in, but he's validated that one, of course. A lot of drivers coming into the pits now, unless they want to get a quick run put in, but a lot of drivers that haven't set a lap yet. In fact, Bo's on the Inters. I mean, I know he's driving a Ferrari, but I didn't know he was using the Ferrari strategy. Unless there's a quali ban for anybody. I'm not sure, maybe Miguel has one, but we're watching Kyle though, on our lap now. Oh, Kyle making a mistake there. Goes wide. Watch Formula 1 here. So this is a bit of a slower lap. He goes off. He has got wing damage, so that explains why he's going so slowly. You see a couple drivers coming out the pits. As you watch Branny now on his lap, trying to get himself out of that danger zone. Remember, the bottom 5 of the session go out. The top 15 will go through, so Lewis currently in trouble, even though he's not even in the session. He did set a lap time though, so all the other lot need to do is just set a lap, and they'll be fine. But let's see, there's yellow flags. Oh, okay, I think that might have just been a car going slowly. But Branny, anyway, going through, not invalidation. It's good, it's very easy to run wide there. You can push a little bit too hard. But most of this track is very hard to invalidate. You take a little bit too much on an exit or an entry, and it's just so easy to do. As we see it, low fuel, so he's going to be on a light car. What if I could speak? Coming down towards Stowe. Chucks the car in. Oh, a little bit on the grass. Doesn't hinder his exit though. He's committed to the lap. He's confident, he thinks this one will get maybe in a high position, top 10 possibly. He goes P7. And that pushes Lewis out of the session, even though he hasn't, well, he's out of the session, but that pushes him definitely out. And Bo still hasn't set a lap yet. He's set a lap on those Inters. Don't know why, unless he's got a quali ban that I'm not aware of. A lot of drivers in the pits though. Kyle, currently a quick lap, down the hanger straight, into Stowe, clips the grass, doesn't go wide, he goes a little bit wide, but not enough to warrant an off-track warning or invalidation. He comes through the final corner, across the line goes P6. So he goes quicker than his teammate, 2 positions quicker than his teammate to be precise. Giotto's currently on a lap on the mediums. Fez is actually on a lap on his soft, so I'll focus on him for now. Giotto is fairly close behind, so I can switch to him when he comes around to finish his. You see that lovely gurgling sound of the Honda. As much stick as it gets for its reliability, it doesn't half sound good. As he comes down straight, I think this may be the Lewis Hamilton straight, I can't remember where it is exactly. 3 magazine packets now. Car looks fairly planted, taking a bit of a wide line through there. A wider line than usual, but 7 seconds. Should put him a little bit higher up because he's got plenty of time to gain here as he comes round towards the final part of the track. back, conservative on the throttle, comes back on the throttle, full pelt, goes P4. And according to this, he's got the exact same time as Jake Marsh. Really good stuff, really close racing. Should I say really close lapping or qualifying. Smart's Carl retiring from this session. He's happy with his lap time. He's confident, so is Charlie. As Giotto enters the pits, he didn't even complete his lap. As Buller looking to try and get himself out of that dangerous position. Yeah, it sounds like he's going a bit slowly. Switch to Kimi now. Kimi going down the back straight. Yeah, and he's 2.9 seconds quicker. Gets the rear end really loose there. Let's see what he can do. Looked like he got a little bit sketchy coming out of the corner there. Giotto retiring from the session. Yeah, he must be happy with his lap time at the moment. And a lot of drivers out on out laps looking to improve on their position. A lot of drivers trying to just save themselves from getting out. But Kimi though, looking quick. Looking quick, this could be maybe a top 5 time, possibly. As you're watching come through Stowe. He's got traffic though. Ferrari just moves out of the way in time. Hopefully that hasn't hindered his lap. Hopefully it hasn't, but this could be enough to get. This will definitely be enough to get him out of the top 15. He goes P12. And he's in that 125 sort of time area. So that's good. No one else is on the out lap, so this is everyone that you see is either in the pits or currently on a lap. And leading that charge is Buller. As you come through Magnussen Beckett, he is up on his time by 0.02 of a second. 5/10 of a second there. This is looking good. Remember, he's still got a whole sector left to gain time on. Comes through Stowe. Oh, looks a bit understeery there, and unfortunately he's invalidated it. He's going to come straight into the pits. He is in the danger zone at the moment, and Bo is on a lap. As Mimula won now, 0.6 up on his current time. Looking to break himself away from being in danger of going out of the session. Where's he going to go? It's a personal best, he's only a 10th up. That's the Alfa Romeo there of Jarno. Around the final corner. Where does he go? P13. So that pushes Mimula 1 into the danger zone. And that's Dammers now. He's a little bit over on that last sector, but he goes to P6. Good lap from him there. And Bo goes top of the session, he goes pole. So he goes top of the session. Wow, a 124.8. A single hundredth of a second quicker than Wyo's pips. Really good stuff from Bo. Looking for a bit of a redemption weekend. And he's certainly done it there. So your, do you say winner? I mean, the quickest of the session being VER Bo or just Bo. Followed up though by 2 very strong performances from both Wyo's Pips and Charlie. But both Wyo's Pips, or Tom and Bo, are the only drivers of the session. Sorry, no, the top 5 are the only drivers of the session to get into the 24s. And as you see there, very close between Jake Marsh and Fares. In fact, so close that you can't split them because they hit the exact same times of really good stuff from them. And hopefully we can carry that on to the next session. However, unfortunately, the drivers that won't be in the next session are Justin, Miguel, Lewis, Buller, and Mimula 1. So both Hasses out. Buller just looked like he couldn't hook a lap together, unfortunately. I reckon if he had done, then we wouldn't be seeing him in the bottom 5 like this. But unfortunately, we say goodbye to those 5. But we say hello to a new session as we look forward to Q2. And let's hopefully have more of the same. here we go. Q2. Here the cars warming up, getting ready to go out. This will be the strategy session. This is where we'll find out what people's strategy may be. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more medium runners this session than we will be seeing soft runners, as we look at the fitted tyres. See who's currently out. There's a Renault leading the charge, and it's Charlie. Charlie, first driver out on track. Bullets off the session, unfortunately that might be him just lagging out. You can see there, that is the fitted tyres, I believe it is. Yeah, there is. The fitted tyres there. You see Bo, Fairs, Jarno, Jackson and Jake currently have the mediums fitted, but that's not everyone out of the session, or sorry, out of the pits yet. As we watch Charlie now coming around to start his first flying lap of Q2. He's on the softs, so you can expect it to be a quick one. Can he break into the 124s? Let's find out as he starts the first lap of the session. Through turn 1, turn 2 comes breaking down hard. It's looking good so far. No mistakes, very easy to make some, and he hasn't so far. And Charles, you have to deal with some traffic. Looks like they're all getting out of the way though, so not too much of a worry. I know he's someone that practiced quite a bit around this track. And there you go, Charlie goes top of the session into the 124 straight away. And Omar following very closely behind as more drivers come across the line. I think that's Bo coming across the line. Then that was Jackson, I can't tell. And hang on, sorry, just quickly, I believe we have a sort of co-commentator. As you see Charlie, top of the session currently, then Omar, then Fairs, then Giotto, then Jake. There's a lot of drivers on outlaps at the moment. As Manu now coming around, we go as P3. again, I don't know if this is my game, but according to this, he's got the exact same time as Manu. In fact, let me quickly just open up IGK TAS so I can see if it confirms it on this as well. But very good stuff from Manu. So quickly have a look at times. Good evening. Hello everybody, this is, well, I guess a standing commentator for tonight. This is Adam. I'll be phoning to him for the rest of the session.
Hello,
do you want me to send you an invite to the session quickly?
Yes, please.
I don't know what's happening. There was supposed to be team principally for Charlie, Dammers, Kimmy, and Thomas, so I've already got pack loaded up.
Alright. Right, well, Bo just went top of the session by a lot. He 0.4 of a second.
124.4 at 3 even.
Yeah,
that is
very
rapid.
quick.
That is rapid. That is 4 times faster than what I did in Quali 1. Oh,
Driver's starting to come out at the moment. Just checking time, so I believe my game is okay. It's auto-corrected itself now, which is good. Thanks for that, Codemasters.
Wait, 2 seconds.
As Fair's now coming around to finish his lap. It's looking good at the moment. Low fuel run. Still quite a bit of ERS as he comes through the final few corners. Where's he going to go? Will he go top? He doesn't. He only goes P4. He beats his teammate, but to be fair, he is on the mediums, so that might explain why he, isn't as high up. I would like to know what the delta is actually between the medium tyre and the soft tyre. I've seen taking a rather explorative route there. But 5 drivers still haven't set. Sorry, 5 drivers still haven't set a time yet. As we watch Kimmy now, he's 7.4 seconds off. At the moment, stealing a bit of slipstream off of his teammate as his teammate goes off track. Brilliant. See, will he get this corner right? It's very easy to mess up an exit. He hasn't though. He rides the curbs coming up the exit of the corner. He comes through the penultimate corner, gets the power down. Doesn't look like he's lost it at all. This should be a good lap. And he is a PB, but he still stays P9. As there's a slow Red Bull there. I wonder if he's in low fuel mode maybe, or just letting drivers through, but he's consistently going slowly, so I imagine he's in low fuel mode. There's quite a big pack here. As you watch Wyo's pits. And Bo's retired from the session, so he's definitely happy with that lap.
Okay, I'm back, everyone.
Bo's just retired.
Bo's retired. He's probably
definitely happy with that one.
I have to go in 10 minutes. I will be back, but probably either for the end of Q3 or the start of the race.
Okay.
So yeah, however, I was most excited for Quali 2 as between P4 and P14 in Quali 1, it was split by 3 tenths.
And Branny's just gone P3, he's only a tenth off of Charlie.
Ooh. No, he's only 100th off.
Sorry, 100th off, yeah.
Yeah, 100th off, yeah. Who's on a lap at the moment? Thomas, while his pips is on a lap.
A low fuel run here. Coming through the final few corners. Looks a bit slow there, but comes out the final corner, maybe a top 5 sort of lap. And he's 1.4 seconds off. So he must have had a bit of a dodgy lap.
Yeah, as Jackson has gone 124.6.
Oh, wow. And Ferrari won too.
Oh, yes, very good. Jackson, championship leader. Talking to him earlier, he was very confident going into this one. Didn't do as much practice, but still a very good contender. Describing VAR Boyard as one of the best teammates he's ever had.
Who was his teammate last year? last season?
Last season was Buller, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, Mercedes, yeah.
Mercedes. As Thomas is out of fuel.
That's a bit close there. Watching Jake, he had a bit of traffic in front of him. He had Branny, and I think it was Bo maybe. Oh no,
Well, Bo's
Jackson.
retired. Jackson, yeah. So, who is on a lap? Jake is on a lap. Jake Marsh 2005.
Hopefully he didn't get caught up by that traffic. He's still quick though. That'll put him in a net P6, I think, or a net P7 with that sort of lap time.
2 tenths down in sector 1 on Bo, and he's 10th down on Bo in sector 2. So this could be a 24/7. Could be a 24/7.
He goes P3.
Yeah,
wow, really good stuff.
300ths ahead of Charlie.
And he's the only driver out on track at the moment. But the drivers that are currently in trouble are Dammers, Jarno, Tom, Kimi, and Kyle currently. With both Jarno and Dammers not putting in a lap yet. Giotto just on the
Thomas, if he can replicate what he did in Q1, should be safe.
There's Mercedes
Dammers.
out, Giotto.
Oh, it's just...
But he's only on an lap though.
No, I think Giotto could potentially make it in.
He's right in the danger zone at the moment, but he's only... I think he's quick enough, especially because he's doing a soft run now.
2 tenths ahead of Kyle. However, Kyle and Thomas both did medium runs, explaining why they were so slow.
And everyone has now fitted the soft tyre, so they're going for position now.
Yeah, this is the only driver who's set a Q3 worthy medium lap is Fez, who did indeed set his P7 lap on the mediums. As
yeah, it was really quick actually when he put it in.
enters the pits now. Yes, 124.9, which is very good on, especially on the medium tyre.
But Giotto now going to be leading the charge in terms of putting laps in as we go into the final stages of the session. He comes around the final corner to start his last flying lap. Maybe, actually no, maybe not, maybe his penultimate flying lap of the session.
Let me have a look. He has got enough for 2 runs of fuel.
Oh, okay. He's got enough ERS, I think, as well.
Yes,
I think
he does.
He hasn't got any traffic though, so he's going to have hopefully a clean run here. Be interested to see how he does. I'm going to quickly look at IGK Tass.
Got Tass up now.
Where is he? There he is.
26.9, so it's not a personal best in sector 1.
Oh, Charlie's retired.
Charlie's retired. That's, I think Charlie's
Well, he's safe. He's P4 at the moment, so I don't think unless everyone somehow. Oh, Omar's retired as well. Okay.
and
Giotto invalidates.
He's got enough time and fuel for another run.
Yeah, he's going to wind the ERS back so we can see
Kyle
that for another run.
Invalidated his outlap. That's all good. We have Kimi as well and Manu on their laps. I'm going to spectate Kimi.
Yeah, Kimi's the closest to the finish line.
Kimi, 26.9, personal best in sector 1.
His teammate Tom just finished his outlap, so he'll be looking to go quick. Last time, in the last session, he got
Manu,
P2.
personal best sector 1, 26.91.
There's a lot of cars backing up, actually, going down towards...
Started his lap again. Clean 3 ranks of Beckett's from Kimi, as that is a personal best sector 2.
4 tenths up. So he's somewhere between P8 and P10, I think, in terms of lap time.
So at the moment, we could be looking at a 24.9 as it stands, maybe a 25.
Goes through the final corner, goes P7.
8, P7. Decent lap there from Kimi.
That pushes Giotto into the danger zone, and that is the qualifying session over, as 3 drivers have finished already. Oh, that's because
Manu,
they.
who 3 tenths up through the sector 2 line, and he sets a 24-7 to move up
Ooh,
to
wow.
P3.
Great
Very
stuff from
good lap
Manu.
there from Manu. While his pips now, he is
6 tenths under.
6 tenths up.
So that's ooh, that might not be good enough. But
Might
saying that though,
not
that
be
is.
able to
Oh, he goes
24-6, he's
P2.
got P2. Very good lap
Oh,
there.
Damas has crashed. Damas has
That was
crashed.
tyres. Oh,
I think he crashed in the same place that Miguel did, just coming out
yeah.
of I don't know what that
So
corner's
that
called.
confirms P15 for
That might be
Damas.
Farm.
At Kyle, who is just coming to the end of his lap now. I have no.
Oh, Tyler goes P11.
Kyle P11 as Kyle P11.
So Kyle's out.
So Kyle is out. So is Yano.
P12. Giotto, what's he
Fairs?
do? Giotto doesn't improve. Giotto's out.
Fairs has got purple sector 2. Purple sector 2 for Fairs.
Can Fairs put himself out? He does, he goes P2.
Easily. Very good lap there from Fairs.
Wow.
As
And that's everyone except Kimi, unless Kimi's able to pull himself out.
no, Kimi's not on all that.
No, he's way, he's way
leave
off.
fuel and yeah. Kimi's not on all that.
Wow.
So that is it for
So a very
Q2.
confident lap time for Bo, but right at the end, Fairs and Why was Pips putting some really good laps in to close it up, but the drivers going out of Q2 are Damas, Giotto, Yano, Kyle, and Kimi.
Kimi only missing out by 200ths as well from Omar.
Oh, yeah, really close.
Very,
He
very
might
close.
be quite frustrated with that.
Yeah. 13 cars in the 124s. I can barely get out the 126s. Right, if I tried, I could get into like mid 25 probably.
Let's see.
But nowhere near what these guys are doing.
Yeah, everyone except Giotto got into the 124s.
Jesus, and Damas.
Yeah, but he didn't set a lap time.
Yeah, so I will have to go eat my dinner now. I hope for a very good Q3, and I will see you in a couple of minutes.
Alright. Right, so that wraps up Q2. We see Bo, Fairs, and Tom being the top 3 of the session, and as I said, the bottom 5 being Kimi, Kyle, Yano, Giotto, and Damas. Coming into Q3, we'll be seeing the quickest drivers of the day so far battling it out for track position. No strategy involved, it's just going to be everyone on one set of tyres, or maybe 2 sets of soft tyres, going for it and gunning for position. Should be quite enjoyable, shouldn't it? And while that's happening, I'm going to go quickly get a drink and I'll be back to probably make my predictions. So I will see you in about 30 seconds. Okay everybody, I am back as we start Q3. Looking forward to this one, definitely. Hope you guys are as well, if you are watching. And yeah, everyone fitted onto the softs at the moment. And the driver leading the field yet again is Charlie in the lone Renault. And it's shaping up to be hopefully a good session. Bo definitely putting in enough pace and enough brilliant lap times for him to be within a shot of pole position. And I'm going to quickly make my prediction. I'm going to say top 3 is going to be Bo, Why Always Pips. I think Jackson maybe, but I think it's going to be definitely very close, and I wouldn't be surprised if I get proved wrong, because for all we know we could see, you know, Charlie as we see here, could see Tyler, could see Fairs even going up that high, but with everyone being so quick, it's so hard to tell. But Bo, I think, is a definite favourite for that top 3. purely because of the pace that we've seen so far. He's the only driver that hasn't come out of the pits yet. But I'm sure he'll be coming out soon. And we'll be seeing him put in some truly blistering laps, surely. And it'll be interesting to see what drivers do. I wonder if they go for maybe a low fuel run, unless they go for maybe a couple laps of fuel in, so that they're able to maybe do 2 flying laps just to get one in, just in case, especially if they invalidate it, which is quite easy to do around here. But we watch Charlie now, started the first flying lap of the session, and we're going to go on board with him. As there's a spinner, as we say that, it's Brunny. Brunny spins, don't know if he's got any wing damage, doesn't look like it. I'd be surprised if he does there, no he doesn't. But I think there's surface and carcass on, so those are going to be really cold tyres from being on the gravel. That's really not going to help his lap. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, that's going to mess up his lap. Let's go back, looking at Charlie now. Charlie, fastest sector of the session. However, once we see everybody go up, we'll be able to see if that's actually going to hold up as being the quickest of the session. In fact, Jake now has the quickest first sector of the session. Really good stuff from Jake. The fastest first sector keeps changing around so much I can't actually tell who it is. But as we see Charlie now coming down towards Stowe, chucks the car in, DRS slams down, rides the curb nicely, coming down towards the final sector, well, the final section of the track I should say. Car looks stable, through the final corner. What's the first lap time going to be? It's a 1:24.660, and following behind him is Omar. Omar going P2, that's the Ferrari of Jackson. Jackson takes provisional pole. And Tyler now, where's he going to go? P3. Very quick lap time there from those two. And they have got an identical lap time. Wow. As well as Pip's now taking a lot of curb there. Through the final corner. P2. Just under a 10th up on that lap time there. Really close stuff. Fairs now. What's he going to do? Where's he going to come? He's got pole before and he gets provisional pole again. 1:24.3. Charlie on an off lap. A lot of people I think are on off laps that went out originally. And Bo is currently on an out lap. Maybe letting all the traffic sort of build up and then wait for it to disperse, and then he comes out to put in his own lap. But some really, really great stuff here. Ready from this Q3 session. It's still not over. We've got over 6.5 minutes left. We are going to go on, let's go on board with Bo, as we could be witnessing a potential pole lap. Last time I said that, I was on board with Fairs at Baku and he ends up getting pole, so maybe we'll be blessed with another brilliant lap again as we watch Bo firing down. Through this section, very nice, very technical section, but he nails it perfectly, he hits the DRS. Down the Wellington straight, into Brooklands. Oh, he's invalidated it. Oh, it was a great first sector, but he invalidates it. Fairs goes into the pits now, but Bo, he shuts off the RS. He's going to go around for maybe another lap. Get this lap done as quickly as possible, and then he's cutting the corner there, so he's going to be waiting for another lap. What happened to Kyle? Oh, voter. Kyle got knocked out in Q2. So he'll be starting, I think it's 14th on the grid, maybe. It's not, yeah. I quite shocked myself actually, but you know, I guess it happens. As Jake is now on a lap. And Branny, Carl's teammate, is on a lap as well. Yeah, oof indeed. At least his teammate though is still, I mean he's P9 at the moment only because he hasn't set a lap. There's still 4 drivers that haven't put in a lap yet. But we're watching one of them, Jake Marsh. Looking for a good quali. It's all of them, it's Branny and Jake, the only ones that are actually out on track currently. You see Jake on a low fuel run, trying not to make any mistakes. Here's the DRS as he comes down the hanger straight. Let's see what he's like through here. Chucks the car in. Will he keep it all safe on exit? He goes a little bit wide. Into the final section we go. Penultimate corner, final corner. Will he hit it perfectly? Looks like it. And he goes P6. Gets ahead of his teammate. And talking about teammates, and so I was saying both Williams Q3. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. One of the few actual full teams in Q3. One of 3 actually. The other 2 being Red Bull and Ferrari. As Branny is currently... Oh no, he's going into the pits, he validated, okay. So, expect to see drivers coming out, and as I say that, we've seen the McLaren that's coming in, okay. But we should be seeing cars coming out surely soon. To get a good view there, that's going to hopefully show some activity in the pits whenever we see it. Right now it's a bit of a waiting game to see who comes out first. Trying to have a look and see if I can see any movement, any activity in the pits indicating that someone's going to come out, but it doesn't look like it at the moment. Jake being the only car out on track. And there's a Williams, it looks like, maybe, or a Haas coming out. No, it's a Racing Point. That's Manu coming out. Coming out the pits to see if anyone follows him. Oh, there you go. There's a car right over there. That might be a Williams. An AlphaTauri. Yeah, I think everyone's going to start coming out now. For 1 lap fuel run. Yeah, there you go. The Q3 madness is upon us now. You see the Williams of Jake pulling in, but almost everyone else going out now. And with Bo not even setting a lap yet, all eyes are on him to possibly get pole, but if he messes up, then we could be seeing him starting P10 for all we know. But so Manu and Branny haven't put in a lap yet, so they're still in trouble. Manu the one leading the charge. Is there a spinner? Oh no, this car's going slowly, okay. Car's going very slowly through the loop there. Especially with those yellow flags, it usually makes it look like there's something going on. I don't think Jake will be coming back out. I'll be surprised if he does. You have to put in one hell of a lap. And Jake is coming out. He might be able to make it. If he cuts a couple corners, he might be able to make it. Seconds to spare. As Omar is doing it there himself. But Manu now coming around to start his final flying lap of the session. Hopefully they won't do what Branny did and cut the course. Sorry, spin, come out of the penultimate corner, but he starts his lap. The last thing these guys want to do is spin or invalidate the lap, and he hasn't so far, but there's still plenty of the lap to go. Coming down Wellington Straight. It's a quick sector 1. Ooh, look like the car may have got a little bit touchy there coming out the corner. But looks all okay at the moment. The yellow flag's only just because cars are backing up. They're probably just backing up, trying to get a good launch, hit the ERS and go for it. And he hasn't validated, he's kept it clean there actually, that was a really good corner. Throws it into the Magus Beckett section. Trying to take his... Oh, he's invalidated it. And Manu won't be able to put a lap in as the checkered flag goes out. Ah. And Manu's going to have to be frustrated with that one. He was on, it looked like he was on a decent lap. And it's gone to nothing. Was Pip's on a lap now. Coming down the hangar straight. Looks quick, he's a 10th up. That'll be enough to put in P2. Not enough for pole at the moment though, that is only at the moment. That's Charlie letting people through. I wonder if Charlie may have invalidated his lap. Well, Pips. Will he go pole? He doesn't. He improves his lap, but it's not enough to go pole. The poleman's teammate, or the provisional poleman's teammate, Tyler, can he go quicker? Looks like he will. Maybe a 1-2. No, it's not enough to be a 1-2. He's only 2 thousandths ahead of Charlie. That's Bo coming round to finish his lap. Will it be enough for pole? No, it's not. It's not enough for pole. As Fez improves even further. Wow, great stuff. Omar now coming around to finish his lap, but Omar had his lap. No, he didn't. He didn't have his lap invalidated, but even then, it wouldn't have been enough. Oh wait, no, hang on. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, I've got that wrong. Oh, for God's sake, idiot. Well, I think from what I saw, the top 3 is the same. No, it's not. Oh wow. Well, there is your top 10. Fairs on pole, Bo, second place Omar, an incredible qualifying in P3. P4 for Jackson, P5 for Tom, P6 for Tyler, P7 for Charlie, P8 for Branny, P9 for Jake, and P10 for Manu, who didn't actually put a lap in. The whole grid covered under 7/10 of a second. Or at least the ones that put a lap in. Great stuff, amazing stuff, and an incredible lap from Omar there. I may have read the graphic wrong. I thought I saw that he'd completed his lap, or he would complete the session. I didn't realise that he was on such a good lap. But amazing stuff there from those two. So from Omar. And beautiful weather as well, so maybe I'd be very surprised if we get mixed conditions from looking at the luscious blue sky that we're seeing here. As drivers now going to be choosing their strategies. Will they start with the mediums? Will they go to the hards? Will they go for the softs? It's all going to be a bit of a game. I see Carson is probably watching this, so Carson, I assume you may have done a league race around here recently. What's the strategy you would recommend? Imagine a one-stop could be good enough for this track. It's definitely going to be tough on the front left. So maybe a medium to soft, maybe, or a medium to hard may work. Even a soft to hard may work. Depends if you want to sacrifice grip for speed, but drivers lining up in the grid to start the formation lap. There you go, soft to medium, soft to hard. The one stop is the predicted strategy, so I'd be very surprised if there are any others. Let's have a look at the tyres. Everyone on the softs except It's Just and Mimula 1 who are on the mediums. So interesting stuff there. Let's see. Yes, keep it on tyres at the moment. 26 laps. And let's do a quick grid rundown. So, P1, Fairs. P2, Bo. P3, Omar. P4, Jackson. P5, Woes, Pips, Tom. P6, Tyler. P7, Charlie. P8, Branny. P9, Jake Marsh. P10, Manu. P11, Kimmy. P12, Kyle. P13, Yarno. P14, Giotto. P15, Dammers. P16, Buller. P17, Lewis. P18, Miguel. P19, Justin. And finally, Mimula won in P20. As you saw there, Giotto has unfortunately lagged out, so hopefully he gets in there, but hopefully he's able to get back in the session. It can be quite costly. You can use a lot of time when you go into AI mode. I think the standard AI for this race is 41, which is quite slow. As you see, lots of drivers going different rates of speed for the moment. There's another pole position this season. His last pole was in Baku, and he gets another one today. But Bo, though, this time not starting from the back of the grid, and even when he has started from the back of the grid, he's done really well. So see what he can do from P2. He'll be fighting with the best of them. And see how Omar can do as well, starting P3. I believe that is his best qualifying in Torpedo League F1. So let's see what can happen. A lot can happen in 26 laps. Safety cars, crashes, collisions, pit stop problems. A lot can happen. We're going to find out if we're going to get as good a race as I'm been hyping it up to be. All 20 drivers ready on the grid. Unfortunately, this camera view is not very good, but I'm going to switch to Bo's camera. Here we go. The lights are coming on. It sounds like the revs are going up. Here we go. And it's go, go, go. Unfortunately, the time screen's gone off there. But around, if you look towards the back of the grid, doesn't look like anything's going to happen. Any crashes towards the back. Doesn't look like it. They all get through. Fairstow keeping the lead. Omar still in P2. All there's some collisions at the back there. Charlie might have been involved in one of them. But Fairs still in the lead, followed by Omar. There's a virtual safety car. Not sure what for. Maybe probably some contact been made towards the back. Doesn't look like no one's crashed. But unfortunately, my telemetry's on wrong on there. Let me just quickly check IGK, see if it's updated itself. No, it hasn't. Oh, God's sake. According to this, Mimula 1 is in P3, which is definitely wrong, so I'm going to wait for that. But Fez, though, he's got to worry about Bo. Bo going to maybe challenge for a move. Doubt it through here. If he does, that's a very brave or very stupid, depending on how the move turned out. But now he's going to be firing down towards Stowe. Gets into the slipstream. What will Fairs do? Last time Fairs had a Ferrari behind him, he swerved to keep the lead. But this time he doesn't. This time there's not enough. And of course DRS won't be enabled until lap 3. As thank you for 15 viewers. Hope you're all enjoying this so far. You've got plenty more to enjoy with this race. As Fairs leads the first lap of the race. Hopefully that should change everything up. And there's lots of drivers going to the pits. That's Yarno, Buller and Branny. And that's all going to be for damage. Yarno in the pits. And Yarno, Buller, Branny, Lewis, yeah. Yeah, sorry, my telemetry on the game's been a bit weird. It's the same for this a little bit. But and Giotto's joining back. That's good. There's Fairs now right on the... sorry. Bo right on the back of Fairs now. Keeps going out. We got Adam back again. He's going on board with Bo. See what he's seeing.
I am back, Scott.
Hello.
When everyone's viewing. Back 3, so I didn't miss too much, I don't believe. I don't think, maybe.
Fairs got pole. Bo got P2.
Yep.
Omar got P3 right at the end, so really good stuff from him.
Oh, really good.
And for some reason...
I think...
Yeah, but
I think
Bo though, right behind Fairs.
Oh, yellow flags are someone off at the exit entrance to the hangar straight.
And it's an Alfa Romeo, that might be Miguel from the looks of
Yeah, it looks like Miguel is struggling to get back as well.
And Bo with the fastest lap of the session.
We're 128.4. I just need to plug my computer back on to get.
Oh, there's a spinner! There's a spinner! Oh, it's Omar! No!
No!
Oh
Oh!
no! It's right in the middle of the track as well, so we can't even get back going.
Oh, that is incredibly unfortunate.
That's now made it a Ferrari 2-3. But
Yeah,
Bo now
good.
going to be looking for a move, or at least try to get a move, as things still look a bit further back, looking very close.
I will focus on the lead battle between Fairs and Bo.
Okay, I'll switch back to it if anything happens.
Okay.
Right now, just watching this quite good battle here. There's lots of good battles around the midfield, and Kyle up to P7 already after starting P12 after a disappointing
Gap going into
qualifying.
right from Beckett's a quarter of a second exactly.
He's gone flying around 3 laps of Beckett's. Interesting to see how the dirty air affecting any of these guys. Maybe some warnings, maybe some penalties. It looks like they've gone fairly well as Jake glued to the back of Kyle.
As Bo is looking down the outside of Stowe.
Oh.
As Bo gets past, beautiful overtake.
Wow.
Beautiful. We're on the outside of Stowe.
Unfortunately,
Very good move.
because of the cameras, I didn't actually get to catch that.
Yeah, neither. But Fairs might have a look into turn 2. Might he? No, doesn't even attempt. Beautiful stuff from Bo. Looking on the tyre wear, Fairs has the tyre wear is practically identical. In fact, no, Bo has slightly less tyre wear.
Cameras almost went into the back of Kyle there.
Ooh.
Very, very close stuff around sort of the.
Timmy has
P8.
36% on his left end plate.
Oh yeah,
Damage. Oh, a bit of a wobble there from Fairs. Bit of a wobble.
Has that made him lose any
Bo
time?
might
Probably
try
not,
to
he's
hold
still-
up Fairs as well, as
he's still
Jackson
the
is
back
now
of
within 7/10. Jackson's now within 7/10, so Jackson now could be in this battle.
Fairs is closing in, and of course Fairs will have
As Lewis
DRS.
gets past the slap of the wrist.
It looks like Fairs is going to be gearing up for a really good exit here. He does, he gets onto the overtake, he gets onto the DRS.
Spectate onto Fairs now. Weaving a little bit as they go side by side through Stowe. Again, Fairs looking to replicate the same move as he did last lap. Not enough, as Jackson will be gaining a little bit more. 8/10 between Fairs and Jackson.
Sorry, coming out of Stowe there.
Yeah.
Oh, Bo penalty.
Bo penalty. Oh, that is huge. That is huge.
And Jackson's caught all the way up.
Bo penalty. It's only lap 5 as well. It's only lap 5 and Bo has a penalty. Will Fairs have a look for a move at the end of the Wellington straight? He has a look down the inside. Bo leaves him room. Can't quite get it done. How's Jackson doing? Can't quite. A little bit of a wobble there.
So Jackson's may have dropped back a little bit. Oh no, he hasn't. He's closing in.
3/10 now on the entry of Maggots.
Expect some moves to be made coming down towards Stowe, or maybe even on the hanger straight.
Could potentially go 3 wide as Fairs and Jackson both pick up a little bit of dirt there. As
Bo trying to move to avoid slipstream.
I think Bo's got it. He's fine. Ooh, a little bit wide there from
Bo's
Jackson.
Pip's getting past Tyler.
Oh,
Tyler, can he get a move done?
into
No, it doesn't look like he can. The cameras aren't very good. They're not really showing me much of everybody else.
into club corner. Onto the Hamilton straight now.
Oh, this is the Hamilton straight. I thought it was the other one.
No, this is the Hamilton straight, I think.
Oh.
Right, as I'll focus again on the front 3. Bo doing a very good job of holding up Fairs into the path of the current championship leader, Jackson.
And of course, this isn't just a battle for second. This is actually what could
For
be
the
a
front three
battle
of the
for
championship.
battle for top of the championship. I think it's still fairly
Yeah.
close.
Still close, but currently with Jackson leading, but both Bo and Fairs are really very hot on his tail.
Jackson coming out of that corner there, a little bit sketchy
Yeah,
on the
Jackson
rear
looked
end.
a little bit wobbly on the rear end a couple of times, potentially struggling a little bit with his traction. Generally pretty good with his tyre wear. His tyres are in around the same as Bo's, but slightly better than Fairs at this moment in time. This is brilliant.
Just watching them go almost like a train going through that.
Manu, 3-second time penalty. Local warnings as Fairs might look for a move into Stone, no he doesn't.
As much as these guys are sort of battling,
Omar, 3-second penalty.
as much as these guys are sort of battling, Tom isn't catching up by much. It's sort of only just recently gone into the 1.9s.
1.9. But if these three can battle a lot, maybe Thomas could be in a podium fight here.
Justin and Giotto having a good battle back here as well.
Who, sorry, is going to battle?
Justin and Giotto. Really good stuff actually from here. I've been seeing them swapping positions. I thought I'd just quickly give them a bit of time, but Justin gets a penalty.
Oh, Justin penalty.
I'll look back at Jackson here.
Still very...
Because David Melland says, hi guys, hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry if I don't know who you are. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the stream as well.
As we are on lap 7 at the moment, the front three just about to come into Cop's corner, very close, only split by about by 6/10. There's kicking up a bit of dust on entry as Bo currently leads, however, with a 3-second time penalty. That would drop him, I have a look on my gap to leader, that will drop him to P4 as it stands.
Actually, Tom is closing in a little bit, it's now 1.8.
We'll have a look for the back of Thomas, still quite far back. It
Well,
seems
I think it also depends on what Tyler does, because if Tyler decides to battle Tom, then of course that gap's going to become bigger and bigger.
Tyler has very worn tyres, much more worn than Thomas is. However, interestingly enough, Tyler's protecting his rears more and his fronts are starting to near 50%, especially on his front left. They're still quite far back, still 2 seconds. However, the front three are now closer than I think they ever have been at this stage, as we could maybe see a move at the end of the Wellington Straight. Fairs has a look to the inside.
And Evan Dalton saying Jackson is in the best position. He could just sit behind and save the tyres. That is good. That is true, actually.
Yeah, it's very true. As Miguel,
and if he gets close enough for an overtake, he might just wait for a DRS zone or something.
Or he can
just sit back and just play strategy
and Fairs to potentially take each other out. Either way, there is still 18 laps of this race. Jackson arguably in the best position as it stands. However, with both Jackson and Bo part of the same team, who would get strategy preference? Who would pick first for the
Fez is on the outside.
Fez pulls on the outside, pulls on the outside, easily pulls all the straight. The bit of dust kicked up again.
Bo cut back behind just to get the slipstream. Watch out. He's not going to do a vessel, is he? No, he's going to do even better. He's going to try the outside.
Bit of contact.
Oh, this is like the Clerk and Verstappen.
Again. More contact, no damage.
Then the side by side now coming towards Abbey.
Oh my god, this is...
He's going to pull out. No one pulls out.
Oh, neither of them pulled. Fairs pushed off the track. This is... Oh, as Jackson now wants for a move on Fairs.
The Ferrari's going to go into 1-2.
Oh, as Jackson looks out the outside of Bo.
Jackson, what a move!
Oh, this is brilliant racing. As Bo does
Jackson's
have a little
definitely
bit
in an even better position now.
Yeah, Bo does actually have a little bit of damage from that battle with Fairs. 12% on his left end plate. 12%.
Can't really see it visually, so at least we luckily be
it's
able to...
not visual. It's not going to be bad damage, but that was brilliant racing from everyone involved. Sure, there was contact, but take a bow, Jackson. Take a bow, Jackson.
Rubbing's racing.
Rubbing is racing, 100%. That was... So it's a yellow
It's a spinner.
It's a Renault. It's Dammers.
He hasn't lost his wing though. He hasn't lost his wing, but he's
Has a
definitely
lot off his wing.
gone off
Definitely
track again.
ruined.
He's going to lose a lot of positions for that.
Definitely
But
ruined his tyres as well.
yeah, not enough to warrant a virtual safety car though.
No.
Let's go back up. Fair, oh no, Fair's into the
Pez,
pits.
Pez
And
and
who's that as
Jackson. And Jackson.
Jackson. There's the
Ooh,
spinner
so
again, but that's Dammers again spinning. I think that's because he's got cold tyres. So I
Yeah.
imagine he'll pit now as well.
Cold tyres.
Cold tyres.
Cold tyres.
But also, yeah, old probably. I mean, maybe old. He's on the
He'll
softs.
come out in the pit stops.
Jackson pitting for the mediums. Fair's pitting for the mediums as well.
Oh,
the
this
mediums
is
are the
quite
favourite
bad for
tyre.
Fez. Fez did get a little bit held up by the Williams.
Jake may have held up Jackson a little bit. I don't know if Jackson's AI had to stop or not.
Jackson, from what I saw, didn't. As Jackson will come out in net P1.
Depends how well Bo does. I know Bo has that like 12% of damage. It's just, let's just see how much it impacts him at the moment.
So now, 16 laps of pair of tyres. As Kimmy is retired. BSC, that is horrible for Jackson.
Wait, he retired. No, he retired. Oh no, there's some huge crash. Huge crash coming out turn one. Sorry, coming out the front. Coming out the front.
Oh, massive crash. That's similar to the
He must have dropped it on the throttle.
Oh, as Bullet almost makes contact with the stricken car.
Let's just go on board with Miguel here. So hopefully the car. I don't think the car's gone.
The car is gone. The car is gone. However, if Bo can make it to the pits while the safety VSC is out, then
he's pitted.
He has
So
pitted.
So was Tyler. So is Charlie.
Oh, it's drive-through penalty. Bo, speed on the VSC.
No way.
The race going even worse for Bo. Charlie, 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Tyler as well.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so Kyle has inherited P1 after getting knocked out of Q2, if I remember correctly.
Evan's a bit hit or miss on the predictions.
Charlie got big damage from that collision with Tyler as well. 70% on his front left.
Scarlet Witch just joined. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, my love. There's Kyle now.
Oh, ow, there's 22 people in already.
I mean, he can't
Bo
drive. Well, Scarlet Witch can't drive. Oh, there's a spinner. Hang on. Is that Miguel? Or is that Yarno? No, it is Miguel. Got that going again, but he has lost the end plate.
A lot, already a minute and 22 behind the leaders. Well,
let's see what Kyle can do. Kyle's got a decent gap to the leaders, and that VSC probably helped him.
Because that VSC has thrown this race up in the air. As there's another yellow at the... No, it's a very, very temporary yellow. But this is mental.
Apparently Scarlet Witch is Tyler's girlfriend.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, unfortunately, you can't race, but you can take safety car duties. I'm sure Bert
Kyle coming into the pits. Kyle is coming into the pits.
Let's see if he can gain some time off that VSC.
Let's have a look at Manu also pitting. Giotto as well. Let's have a look at Giotto.
Yeah, I think most of the
Giotto is staying out. Giotto is staying out.
And Bo moved out the way for Jackson. He let Jackson pass, so there's a bit of strategy play going on there. You can completely understand why.
Bo, it's James.
Jackson is faster than you.
Can you copy? Jackson is faster than you.
Let's see, let's go on board. Let's watch Jackson. Jackson with the fastest lap of the session. Will he go top as well? Will he go P1?
He's ahead of Kyle. He is ahead of Kyle.
That's a definite net P1, and he will be on P1 once everyone has pitted.
Yeah, so currently currently as well 7/10 ahead of Bo. This is looking very good for the championship leader.
And maybe Bo is going to try and hold up Fairs as much as he can.
Yes, however, that with Tyler as well.
Yeah.
That could bring Tyler into the mix. Yes, so...
Well, his Pips, I think, had a bad pit stop, because he's all the way back there. I think he was up with Tyler. But after that, maybe because they pit on different... Oh no, they pit on the same lap. Unless Pips had damage or something, I'm not sure. But he's actually come off worse during the pit stop.
But Tyler had a collision with Charlie, and Tyler has not got a penalty.
Fairs is right on the back now of Bo, maybe looking for a DRS pass coming down towards Stowe.
As Jackson
Will Bo
is well
yield?
out. Jackson is well out of the 1 second DRS range as Giotto is pitting.
And
Justin
Bo is not
staying
letting
out
up.
though. Justin is out.
Bo is not letting
Still.
up. Bo's probably going to pit though this lap. He
As
does,
he does. Bo has pit.
So is Giotto, so is Omar. But it's just staying out for the moment, and so is Migla 1.
So, as it
Those
stands
two-
on lap 13, we have Justin, Mimula 1, Jackson as the top 3. However, Justin and Mimula 1 haven't pitted yet, and Jackson is rapidly catching up to Mimula 1.
Yeah, he is.
However, Fairs could be rampant now in a search for the win. In the search for the title. As
Bo has really been messed up here because he's in P15.
yikes, this is going to be 13 laps left for Bo. This is-
Strategy, you know, you never. Bo has played strategy perfectly before. I've seen it with my own eyes. I commentated on it, so maybe he does it again. I don't know, but
I don't think I've ever commentated on Bo.
he's
I mean, it's like
pretty
first
good.
time. Yeah, he's pretty good. I
You
mean,
know,
I
two
commentate.
race wins. You know,
Yeah, from what I've heard from Jackson as well, he's relatively quick.
yeah. You know,
Just a little bit quick. Yeah.
and see how hard Mimula 1 defends. I doubt he'll defend much, but Jackson on the outside. Oh, it's contact!
Oh, it's contact. Mimula 1 spinning.
And he
Mimula 1
he turned
spinning.
across. I think Jackson just turned a little bit too early because he. And now
There's
Fairs is
Fairs.
there.
There's Fairs.
Oh no!
Oh, there's contact and Jackson's round.
No!
Jackson is round.
Oh, he almost takes out Tyler.
Holy Jesus.
And Jake is now in P4.
This, however, he does have penalties. So,
Oh, God,
as
yeah.
it
So-
stands, it's a
God.
net Red Bull 1-2. We were looking at a Ferrari 1-2, now it's a Red Bull 1-2. And Jake's now
no.
here. What is
And Jake is on the back of
happening?
Tyler. And Jake's within DRS as well.
Tyler is not within DRS, so Tyler could be a sitting duck down the Wellington and Hanger Straights. Oh, locking up from Jake heavily though. And he's just come back from VRL, where he's not allowed to use ABS. However, this is a brilliant race. Not for. However, in the space of just 2 or 3 laps, it's gone from amazing for Ferrari to pretty bad.
That may be the championship lead gone for Jackson mathematically. I'm not sure
He's
about
still
it at
in
the moment.
P5. He's still in
I know,
P5, but with Jake's
still
penalty, he'll be in P4.
Yeah, I know, but
Just yet to pit as well.
hang on, let me check
So
the.
as it stands, I believe
check the
Jackson is in a
championship
net
standings.
P3 still. So championship standings, Jackson will still remain in P1 as it stands.
Okay.
Jake will move up to 6th in the standings as well.
The great Ferrari
Ah,
must have.
So even if Jackson does, as a yellow in sector 3, that's
Yeah, that's Haas going slowly.
Stowe.
And tell you what, Jake has closed in a 10th on that lap. Oh no, it's gone. It's changed. Okay, my time screen's gone weird, but
Oh, a bit of a wobble there from Jackson.
he's got Carl right behind him as well.
He
Those two were
does.
fighting for P2 in the championship last season. Oh,
Well,
127
fastest
flat
lap,
there.
27 dead.
Wow.
27 dead on the mediums. So Bo clearly wanting to get back up the field. He's caught 2 seconds just in the past couple of laps. And he has got past Bammers. This is a brilliant race. Bo has changed his wing as well, even though there was only slight damage. You know what, first ever race commentating Torpedo League. This is... I've only been associated with the league. Well, I've known about the league for ages, but I've only been racing in regional for 3
Ooh, I'll tell you what,
races.
Jake looks good on the brakes. I know he keeps locking up, but he looked good on the brakes. Like he's closing in a lot. But he's
on
losing it a
Tyler,
bit
yeah,
on
but
exit though, so he's going
that
quite deep
looks to
into
be
the points.
about 6'10", slapping him in the mid
Well,
28s.
that's Yano and Giotto very, very close together as well.
Now and Giotto, so Giotto and Giotto are racing each other now.
Yeah, fat battling for that 1 point, but Yano will have to pit at some point as Mimula 1 does pit.
Justin's still out as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, talk about pitting. Justin should be pitting at some point now as well. 15 laps. I think he's advertising to everybody else how long they can go for. And I imagine he'll go for softs maybe to the end.
Justin pits, he will come out around Yano and Giotto. However, he will be on fresh softs that he will be easily able to take to the end in very good condition.
I think that might just be a strategy. He's going to take this as long as possible, even though Fairs is closing in rapidly.
His tyres aren't even very worn, they're only about 35%. Wow, so that's very good tyre management.
And he's had those from the start as well.
Kyle, pitting slightly later as well for the medians, has much better tyres than Jackson and people around him.
Giotto with the penalty. Hang on, let me just check penalties quickly. Let's find out. So, Justin with 3 seconds, Jake with 3 seconds, Charlie with 5 seconds, Manu with 6.
I will run down the list of penalties from. Did you?
Well, we've still got a couple to go.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, Omar with 6 seconds, Bo with 3 seconds, Dammers with 3, Lewis with 3, and then Miguel with 9 seconds. So that's penalty runs up. Bo just got another one. Yay! So that's 6 seconds now for Bo.
6 seconds for Bo. As it stands in the championship order is currently Jackson, Fairs. Justin is in P3 in the standings as it stands. However, he does have to make his pit stop.
Also, as it stands from Charlie and Manu.
Oh, Charlie and Manu.
Round the outside he goes, and he's got the move done.
He's got the move done. Beautiful.
Apparently he's got a recurring thing where he overtakes Manu around the outside, and I think he's just done it again. But they're going side by side now.
Side by side at Cops, that must be suicidal. Oh!
Luckily no one spins.
How did Manu not lose his front wing there?
Even just the dirty air, I'm surprised it didn't get much, air wash.
Yeah, so as it stands, even
Justin
pits. Justin has pits, so even when Fairs does get in front, even if Jackson's P5, he will still be top of the standings.
Manu gets past Charlie.
Manu has got past Charlie.
And further up though,
maybe a one
guess what? Jackson's caught back up to Jake.
Jackson's caught Jake. The attack from Jake on Tyler as well hasn't really come to fruition. However, still in DRS, 7/10 behind.
Jackson though is going to be looking for that podium. If he can't get a win, he'll be wanting a podium.
73 points so far this season, 4 points ahead of Fairs as it currently stands. Fairs on 69 points. I'm so tempted to make a joke right now, but I want to say professional.
If it's Spinaro, then, I mean...
No, the amount of points Fairs is on. Live.
I get you.
Yeah, you go.
We're not that mature.
Yeah, we're not that mature.
Different lines there. I think Jackson may have gone a little bit wide actually, coming out of the final
did kick up a little bit of dust as well, again on the exit of Beckett's.
He did go wide, I think, actually.
Jake is really close. Wide. That is wide there. Maybe getting affected by the dirty air.
It must be really frustrating because he gets so close. At some points, it gets to like 2/10. But
however,
he's never
this is
able to
looking
really get it.
very good for Fairs.
I'll tell you
7
what,
seconds
I want to
now
commentate on this battle for the podium right now, but Manu and Charlie just keep going at it and at it.
Do you want me to focus on the Manu Charlie battle?
Manu and Charlie are doing really well here.
Yeah, Charlie last time out as well, getting the podium that he has been chasing for so long. Doing a shoey in celebration in recreating Daniel Ricciardo. The shoe looks manky.
Jackson go for a pass on Jake. And he gets the inside perfectly.
Gets the inside perfectly. Still, the chance for Jake. No, that is.
Can
Good
Jackson
move there.
Can Jackson split the Red Bulls? Tyler is on a lap fresher tires, but Jackson, I think, overall pace on this game and this track, I think, is quicker.
Yeah, Jackson is very quick on this
Of
track.
course, he's going to have the DRS, but there's only 8 laps. This is gone. Oh,
Yellow
there's
flag.
a spin up, and it's going to be Mimula 1. And he's
Mimula
spun coming
1.
off of the penultimate corner.
That's a very weird place to spin.
It's very easy if you get onto the throttle a little bit too... if you can't get onto the throttle a little bit too early or a little bit too hard.
Oh, Jackson's going for a move on Tyler. Jackson rallying outside. Oh, not really leaving any space there. Closing the door there from Tyler.
We've got
Don't want
6
to use time.
laps to go. This race feels like
Oh,
it's gone a
bit
lot quicker.
from Tyler there. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This race is a lot faster than the Austria race we did earlier.
A lot more entertaining.
Yeah, a lot more entertaining. To be fair, our battle earlier was pretty good.
But Jackson now going to be starting to line up a move. He's right behind him. He's going to get the
Right
DRS.
Tyler,
In case
let's have
if
a
he goes
look. Let's
inside
ride
or
on
outside.
board with Jackson now. Moving to the inside to defend is Tyler. Will Jackson looks to the outside. No, he moves again. Does Tyler down the inside goes Jackson. Beautiful
He comes off
stuff.
the inside as well. Lovely block pass.
Beautiful. Jackson has done his share of overtaking for this race. He's done brilliant. However, he has 6 laps to catch 7 seconds to Tyler.
I'm not sure if he's going to be able to catch Fairs.
To Fairs even, sorry. We'll
Surely
have a
Jake
look
is
at
going to have to attack Tyler.
Jackson has barely any ERS left and barely any fuel to play with. Fairs is pushing.
Jake's
say
going
that
to
as
be...
well.
the best thing for Jackson... The best thing for Jackson now is for Jake to attack Tyler and try and maybe hold him off from attacking Jackson.
Yeah. In
Even
other
with
words,
that penalty.
Bone's silently been working his way up to P12. So
He'll probably
Bone
be able to get some
could
points.
still could get to the lower points positions. He's only
Plus, there is still time for a safety car as well.
he's still
Let's talk
only
about
six-
safety car. Manu and Charlie still battling. Oh, there's almost contact. And I think there was contact. No
Was
wound
there
damage
contact?
though.
No,
But
let me
it's
check.
filing in side by
Nothing.
side. Or at least front and back. Coming down towards the loop.
Oh!
There's almost contact.
Oh, it's contact again. This is brilliant battling from the pair
Gianna,
of them.
sorry, Tyler's on the back.
Oh, Charlie's round! Charlie's round!
Hang on. If there's a VSC, I want to see I want to see who's in the lead. Jackson. Oh, there's
No
yellow.
VSC,
Okay, no,
the
it
yellows
keeps
have
going.
gone. The yellows have gone.
Tyler though. Oh, so close.
Close.
Tyler and Jackson coming down into
Oh,
I don't know
contact
what-
after cops, contact after cops. Was there any
Jake's
damage there?
Jake's
Tyler
there
get
as
any
well.
damage?
No, we can't
Jake's
get past
there.
AF, no way. To be
No
careful on the
way,
breakthrough here, it's very easy to go into the back of somebody. Jake, can he stay with them? I think this will be a personal best if he finishes in this P4. But Kyle is closing in, body a little bit, and oh! Jackson onto the grass.
Jackson
Tyler
to the
getting
grass
him on the
in-
DRS.
This is brilliant racing from everyone here.
This is
Oh my
brilliant stuff.
god. This could be the
If
best
I lose
ever
my
race I've
voice after this, this is
commentated.
the best way I'm going to lose my voice.
Oh, I'm already losing it. This is... Holy...
And Jackson now, under 3/10, he's going to try and get past him in the next DRS zone.
Jake
Jake's
could
getting
get a
close.
podium, however his penalties could play against him as Kyle is starting to get involved in the battle
Yeah.
as well.
He's gained by about 3/10 on that sector,
And
even
Thomas
5/10 on
still
that sector.
Thomas still isn't that far back either. This is Jake and Kyle
not
are in
close
very
enough.
good positions. However, Jake's penalty will play against him.
Jackson's not close enough, and Fairs is actually pulling away, so I think this is a definite Fairs win. That's
Yeah,
the
it looks
lap
like
car
a Fairs
Buller
win.
there.
Unless we have just commentators cursed him.
Well, there is still time for a safety car. I think as soon as it gets to the next lap, that's it. I think because I think when it goes to 3 laps to go,
Fairs
that's
looks
it.
in control. Fairs just looks in total control. There's no cars near him. The next car up the road is
Yellow
Miguel one.
flags, but that's just program slow, I think.
There's him McLaren.
No, just keep flashing yellow results on that sector. But Jackson, though,
Yeah,
shaping up a move maybe. No, he's not.
No, will Jake...
Oh, he's gone a little bit wide, that's going to be a warning. Surely that's a warning. Oh, he almost goes into the back of him. Maybe Jackson saves it.
Oh
my god.
Jake doesn't quite go for the move, but can he go for the move outside the full
Jake's on the
corner?
outside.
Side by side, now going into Happy. Oh my god.
No, Jackson surely got this. He's going to have to cover off the inside like crazy. Side by side, Jake, he's going to make the move.
Side by side, Jake's done it.
No way.
We need an on board of that overtake, because I was doing that from the TV camera and couldn't see much.
And now Kyle's there.
Jake. Oh.
Unfortunately, Jake won't get a podium for that, but he will surely get like overtake of the race or something, because that was incredible.
The season,
and now Kyle
even.
making a move on
Jackson.
Jackson.
It's Kyle in slight contact with Jackson.
Jackson going to protect that inside.
Jackson now starting to hemorrhage positions. Just absolutely.
And tell you what, if these two start battling, do you think Jake could possibly get a podium?
It's certainly a possibility. Kyle did have to back out.
There is starting to be traffic. That's only one car though. That is below.
Jackson's tyres, just same condition as everyone else, if not slightly worse. But a bit onto the grass there. The grass there from Kyle.
Come on, Jake. Jackson getting a move done on Buller, going to get him out of the way. Kyle is not quick enough to get past him at the moment, but he's going to get past him now.
He has.
As Buller moves out of the way, Jackson though is going to try and close in on Jake. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds. I think it's going to be easy enough, but stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened here.
Yeah, Charlie's had a podium.
Yeah. Sorry, Charlie. Love you though.
We had to use somebody as the butt of the joke, and unfortunately, Charlie was the first name.
Oh yeah, because I mean we're in parties with Charlie every day, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Kyle now a little bit further back. I'll be gaining rapidly with the DRS.
The only thing
Jake has dropped out of DRS.
The only thing that could change things up is if the two drivers behind Jake, which are Jackson and Kyle, if they get penalties. In fact, quickly, can you check what the
I will check them. I will check. Jackson, 1 warning. Kyle, 2 warnings.
Okay.
Kyle got both his warnings on the same lap though, so they might not both be exceeding track limits. This is brilliant racing though.
Slowed down a little bit, but yeah, those laps are incredible. And so unfortunately it's going to be quite bittersweet for Jake, because he's just going to enjoy being... Oh, wow, okay.
As fast as the fastest lap. It's utterly
I'm sure Jake's going to enjoy running here. Oh, there's a crash.
Who is it?
Dammers. Dammers spun around. Dammers spun. Oh, he almost gets hit by Jarno.
It's not really surprising. Dammers
he's got back going again.
Though.
He's got back going again. And Charlie with the 3 seconds.
Charlie, 3 seconds penalty. But as I was saying, though, not very surprising to see Dammers spinning. I'm sorry, Dammers.
Well, he's done it unfortunately another time this race as well. That's not his only one. But...
Yeah, at the same corner.
Yeah. I think he's maybe just taken a little bit too much on the inside.
Who will we be interviewing after today's race? Will be Fairs,
well, be Tyler, Fairs, and Jackson. If the way that things are going.
Yeah. Jake currently in P3 though. Oh, Dammers is retired.
No, he's retired.
Too late for a safety car. Oh, it's in the pits. Fair enough.
Be very surprised. No, there won't be a safety car at this point. There'll probably be a VSC. That's them at the
no,
most.
Probably not even that.
Well, yeah, because he's in the pits, yeah.
As Fairs is halfway down the hanger straight.
Jackson, I think, is losing time actually a little bit to Jake, but not enough.
Yeah, he's out of the area. Jackson would need to have a crash and Kyle to be collected for Jake to finish P3.
We're not bad for a reserve driver. We see Tyler in P2 at the moment. He's very established in the leagues. It's interesting going in to see where he would finish, and I think you can call this a good drive from him.
Very successful drive, yeah. As Kyle has dropped back a very little bit from Jackson.
There's yellow flags. What's that for? Is that damn? Oh, that might be damage moving over. Something? No. What's yellow flags for? Yellow flags again, but I don't know what. Again, I think this is just a game.
Perhaps.
There's no spins. Jackson's closed in under a second to Jake. I don't think he'll be able to get past him on track, but on penalties, there's no doubt about it. And I hate to say it, I think Jake may go back to P5 or P6.
As it stands, it's tight. Thomas might need to have a little bit of the scenario 7 Lando. Scenario 7, push the whole overtake, 7 seconds, push the whole overtake.
We didn't get a very good exit there. Jackson's going to have the DRS. Maybe will he be able to make a move? He might want to just seal that on track P3 unless he doesn't want to push it.
Fez comes across the line to win the British Grand Prix for season 4. Yeah, season 4.
Season 4. And Tyler taking P2
as a reserve driver, P2. Jake comes across the line, P3, drops down to P5. Will he drop to P6? Drops down to P6.
Oh.
Thomas P5.
And Giotto just about gets ahead of Manu. Comes across the line in P7. Oh, he's crashed on the line. Wow, okay.
Big one. Miguel.
And Charlie crashes into the line. Oh, crashing at the line.
Crashes. Let's have a look at Oz and Bo as well, I think.
There's a 3-car pile up.
Lovely. As we just have the twerking car of.
Just got the Red Bull mechanics just looking out, just going, what are they doing over there? Jesus Christ.
Oh.
But, quite fittingly, side by side there, Jackson and Kyle showing how close they were, I guess, during the race. But Jackson gets P3, but a brilliant Red Bull 1-2. It's just getting driven today.
Getting P9. But did end up P10, so he did get a point.
Right, so I'm going to quickly invite the podium sitters. So it was Jackson, Fairs, and Tyler.
Indeed.
Can you invite Jackson quickly?
Yes, I shall invite Jackson. I don't know if he knows I'm commentating, so he might think it's just a normal party invite, but
He might have the stream up.
he might.
Tyler.
That was brilliant racing though.
Oh god, yeah. Is it 1901?
1901 indeed.
Okay, yeah.
Totally.
Oh, that was one of the best races I've ever commentated on. Hello, Jackson.
Oh, Jackson, mate. Oh,
Still not happening.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, at one point the win looked certain, and then the incident it was menial.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, I still don't know what happened there.
Oh, it was a brilliant race though to commentate on.
Again. If that's how he wants to win, let him. Next up, Britain, sure, that should be good fun.
Tyler, congrats on P2.
Hey, Tyler, congrats on
you.
P2.
Oh, Tyler, sorry about my tap on your around. I'm glad it didn't spin you around.
It's alright, no worries. I didn't even notice you tapped me, to be fair. I sort of see you half around and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just too much, pushing too hard. Because I went for the overtake too soon anyway, I didn't have the arrows to defend.
Yeah. It was good fun, them laps.
That's good.
Right, hopefully Fairs joins soon. I
Like,
could always start with Jackson while while we're waiting for him. So P3 today.
yeah.
Of course, you probably wanted a lot more, and in fact, you were in a position for a lot more. What happened?
From the outset, me and Bo knew that we were going to work together to try and do it. Because Bo, I mean, it is no secret, Bo is a much quicker driver than me. But yeah, we're working together for the team. It's something it's something you see in real life. Mercedes do it to well, this year Red Bull in particular, and this year Ferrari, and in Speed League Ferrari doing it to Red Bull. Today we used both cars against Fairs to try and get the best result we could. And I mean it was working for the first stint until Fairs decided the only way he was going to win the race was by spinning both of us, which is. I mean, that must have been an interesting tactic. I mean, fair credit to him, it worked. But still, it's annoying. But I mean, it's hard to be unhappy with a podium. I lose 10 points to Fairs, but as far as I'm aware, I'm still lead the championship. Yeah. And Britain Short's up next, and let's be honest, that's going to be madness. So anyone can win next week, I think.
Yep, Jackson, you are indeed at the top of the championship by 7 points.
Sounds good. Yeah.
So, Jackson, can you comment on the move that you did around the outside of Bo as well?
Oh, yes, that was in no way, that was not planned, well at least I didn't plan it. I saw Fairs Bo battling up ahead, I saw my opportunity on Fairs, went for it, and I think Bo locked up, and I saw that the outside line was sort of possible, so I thought, I mean, I might as well go for it.
You made it stick, to be fair.
Yeah, I sort of just, I nailed, it was one of the few times I nailed the corner exit, and then on the exit used a bit of DRS. I had the DRS luckily, so Bo wouldn't have been able to overtake me. Yeah, but from then on it sort of went downhill.
At one point for Ferrari it looked like a certain 1-2, and then just a few short laps later, Bo speeding under VSC, you had your spin, the collision with Mimula 1 as well. It just went downhill very quickly.
Did you see my collision with Mimula 1?
We did indeed.
Whose fault is it? Because I don't know what happened, to be honest. I sort of just felt the hit.
Did we watch it?
We were too enthralled. I think it would. I think we're gonna. And if you send a clip here, we might reach a final verdict. But for now, we're just gonna view it as a missing incident.
It's just annoying. Fairs was catching me. I know it was going to end up being a good battle, which I was looking forward to be honest. But that sort of cut the battle short.
Yeah.
And then what happened next happened, and you know, it's not how racing should be decided, but it happened. Nothing I can do about it now.
Right, moving on to Tyler. As far as I was aware, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your first race in Speed League F1.
Yes, it is. Yep.
To get P2 in your first race, a little bit happy, or?
Well, considering I didn't know I was racing until about 5 minutes before qualifying started, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, it was. I mean, I qualified P6. I thought it was going to be a struggle to get a podium, but it was just sort of everything sort of fell my way in the end. So it was just it was a good race. I had a very nice battle with Jackson for a few laps, so it was good fun. I really enjoyed it.
And moving on finally to Fairs, getting another win. Do you think? Hang on. Sorry. So I'm trying to look back at quality. So what did you qualify?
P1. Yeah.
P1. Yeah. Sorry. So you got your second pole of the season. From qualifying on pole, did you think that you could challenge for the win, or were you sort of positive that you would go easily win it?
I mean, yeah. Usually Jackson and Bo have a better race pace than quali, and I know. I mean, I think my quali and race pace is pretty much similar, but I think my quali pace had just a little bit of an edge. So I mean, of course, it was nice to have that pole, but you know, I was looking forward to the race and to having a nice battle with them. And from then, I mean, I was just pretty much battling both of them. I was on my own. They had the more strategy options. And after Bo passed me, he was basically backing me up. Just happened. So at least it could be ahead. So I could just start the strategy. I wouldn't have to overtake him. Jackson got past both of us, and from then Me and Jackson and I boxed in the same lap. I don't know what's happened to Bo. I don't know
He got
where he
a
went.
speeding under VSC penalty.
Oh,
He got a drive through.
So that's why. And from then I saw Jackson. He wanted to pass the Haas, I think. And I saw that they had an incident, so I just went for it. The gap was open, so I just went for it. I don't know how it was from his point of view, but I clearly left enough space. And yeah, after that I was just controlling my pace. I think I got the fastest lap if you count in the top 10.
Yeah, you got the fastest lap.
Yeah, I mean, I was pushing so hard for that fastest lap, and I'm very happy to get 26 points today.
Adam, you got any questions before I ask a final one?
Nope, you go ahead, Scott.
Cool. Right, so this is going to be the first Torpedo League double header, because of course next week we do Britain short. I'm gonna include Tyler just in case he is racing next weekend. Jackson, you looking forward to it? Have you done much practice?
I did a few laps before qualifying. A bit earlier today, I did a few laps Britain short. It's a fun track for sure, and I think I think it's going to be a crazy race. I think anyone can win it because you're not going to be able to break DRS at all. But the only place I noticed that could be a bit of drama in the race is the connection between the two circuits, where sort of the racetrack goes between the two to make it the short circuit. There's a big bump there, which I have a feeling we could see a few people hit and spin off.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think it's going to be a lot of fun racing. And yeah, hopefully it's all clean.
Tyler, what about you? Again, assuming that you are going to be racing next weekend, you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I think Silverstone short it's just a good track for racing, just big straights and then simple 90-degree corners and then big straights again. So the pack should all stay fairly close together. It should be again just a mental race and just anything could happen. So I'm looking forward to it if I can drive.
And Fez, you think you can win there again? Maybe get another pole position?
I mean, I literally, I don't think I've ever driven on that track until now, but I'm very much excited for it, to pretty much like be most of the track will be flat out, so overtaking will be pretty hard with all the DRS trains and everything, but I'm excited for it.
Right, well, thank you everybody for giving us some amazing racing. I think it was right in the beginning of the season I said, I think it was Baku, I said I don't think we're about to top that. Well, I think we may have done today.
We might have just done so.
So thank you for providing us some great racing and quite an unpredictable race. And we wish you all the best for the rest of the championship and, well, next week, short term, but...
Oh, thank you for commentating.
Thanks for giving us something to commentate on.
Alright, see you boys.
Right, see ya.
Yep.
See ya.
Yep.
Right, so we are going to wrap this up. Adam, do you enjoy today?
Alright, today was either my best race or second best race I've ever commentated on. it was just mental throughout. In terms of overtakes, it was just the best I've ever seen. It was really outside of Abbey from Jake.
Yeah.
Like, that's a move similar, I think, in calibre to outside of Eau Rouge. Like,
or outside
that,
of, like,
in terms of
130R.
Yeah, in terms of difficulty, that is right up there, and the fact that he pulled it off just shows that I don't even know. It was just crazy.
Right, so we're going to wrap it up now. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed as much as we did. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you next week. Stay safe, and we will see you on a much shorter version of Britain. Goodbye.